Oh, that's the wrong scene. Okay. Well, let's see if I still know how to stream. Uh, yeah. So it's been quite a while. Uh, it's been a while since I started since I've streamed at all, and it's also been a while since I made a video. But yeah. Um, so I wanted to stream today because just explain if anyone's gonna watch the stream. It'll be archived anyway, so people see it. Um, just explain a few things, what I've been thinking about doing with the channel, what I have been doing, why I haven't posted any videos, and um, yeah, basically just talk about some things that have been happening in Genshin and with certain gotcha games and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it, basically, I'll start off by saying that it's the summer and I live in Canada, and the summer is really short where I live. So I kind of didn't want to like stay inside making videos all the time. So whatever time I was inside was just playing Genshin or um, doing some other stuff, and kind of like I'll probably make more content come during the winter because it's people don't really go outside a lot in Canada, well, especially where I live in Canada during the winter because it's a frozen hellhole. But yeah, so basically, just the summer I've been away, and you know, um, not really getting an idea of what videos I want to make. Still waiting for the UGC content, I guess. But we got leaks on that. There's leaks. There's leaks abound, with Nodcry and whatnot. And yeah, I just been like, I kind of stuck to my New Year's resolution with not getting involved in gotcha drama, basically. Like, I just haven't been. I haven't been dealing with gotcha drama. Like looking into it. I've been staying away, and honestly, like my life has been just a lot better because it's been pointless. Like gotcha drama is kind of over. I think it's kind of over now, because Tectone is kind of gone, and the only ones still perpetuating gotcha drama are like weird people on Twitter and Saint Tontas, right? Because Tectone is like doing real life drama now. So, but yeah, I've like sort of stayed away from gotcha drama. So, and I didn't really want to make videos on the VA thing. Um, I made that one video on the voice actor strike because it is what it is. But I did predict that some VAs got replaced, and yeah, and also I wanted to talk a little bit about Stygian Onslaught as well. I completed it. I beat Dire. As you can see, I have the weapons here, and yeah, and I just wanted to talk about how is it good? Is it bad? What I think about Stygian Onslaught, and also kind of like just have a stream record proving that I completed Dire. So I now I beat Dire, but with one caveat is that I was only able to do it because I got C2 Mavuika, and because I was pulling for Eonson, and I'm like, I'll pull for Eonson cons, and then I got an early Mavuika C1, right? So then I'm like, well, let me try and pull for Mavuika C2. And and I also got Emily really early because I didn't have Emily before. So I'm like, okay, let me try and pull for Mavuika C2 to see if I can get, because I wouldn't have been able to clear Dire at C0 R1 Mavuika because I just don't have the artifacts for it. Like, her artifacts are not great, and I probably have skill issue as well. Like, I can't do I just don't want to like grind out the C0 R1 run. But so, anyways, I'm like, okay, well, I'll try Tulpa, and that's the only reason I was able to clear Dire is because I got C2 Mavuika like really, really early, trying to pull for Eonson cons. So I got super lucky, and I'm like, okay, well, I tried to optimize with Skirk because I pulled Skirk anyway, and I pulled Shenhe on the Chronicle Wish because I didn't have her, and I was able to optimize the Skirk run because I wasn't able to do it before. Like I was getting like really, really close, but no, actually, I wasn't getting really close. It was like 5 or 10% HP, and I thought I couldn't do it. But the trick was just running Fav on all of them, on everyone but Skirk. So just run Favonius weapons and then just get their bursts up so you can just immediately burst and then go into Skirk rotation right away. So that was the secret beating it on Dire. But this run I had the most trouble with, Lava Dragon. And I spent about 4 or 5 days trying to optimize this run, which was crazy. And Klee finally did something for my account. I'm thankful that Klee actually did something for my account because she was the key piece for me to be able to run the Kniech team and actually clear Lava Dragon. Because I needed to get one more. I needed to cycle him 3 times, and it was only possible with Klee. So, yeah. So, anyways, I was able to beat Dire, and I have mixed feelings about this mode. After playing Dire and getting good enough and optimizing and getting as optimal as I possibly could with defeating Dire mode, I feel like the Abyss is like not really a challenge that much anymore, and that's fine because. But another thing is like I feel like there's characters that like it's almost like the characters are split now with ones that can clear the abyss and then ones that can clear dire mode, right? Which kind of sucks because the good thing about the abyss was that so many characters were able to clear it, like even 4-star teams or whatnot. But you can clear fearless, and dire is just for the cosmetic, right? Which is like temporary cosmetic, which is kind of dumb, you know. But I have a feeling that they're going to make the cosmetic permanent eventually. So yeah. Anyways, let me check stream and see if I'm like even muted or not. I don't even know. Okay, no, I'm not muted. Okay. I just wanted to see if I was like talking, like not saying anything. Um, but yeah, so um, with Stygian, I like that it's like it pushes you to your limit, and you can really sit there and try and optimize and see if you can get the clear. But I don't like it in the fact that it's a little bit too hard to clear dire for free to play players, and I'm not free to play. Like I buy Welkin Battle Pass, sometimes I buy gems. I'm not like a big fat whale. Like I don't spend like hundreds of dollars every patch. I don't do that. But I'm a dolphin, I'd say, like a medium sized dolphin or whatever. But I don't like that dire is a little bit too hard for free to play. But I like the fact that it's actual end game. Like it's actual. You have to. You really have to optimize your builds. You really have to optimize everything. Your rotations. You have to be completely. You have to make perfect runs. Like it really taught me how to play the game more than I already knew how to play. Like Abyss. I think Abyss is like the easiest end game now, right? Abyss is definitely the easiest end game because it's the first place you go, right? Like you can. I actually think Imaginarium Theater is harder. It's not harder in a sense that like it's not as difficult as the Abyss in like floor 12, but it's harder for newer accounts to clear, right? Obviously, because you need so many different characters to be able to build for Imaginarium Theater. But the Abyss, you can just in the Abyss you can just like build a good Pyro DPS, and then you can use that Pyro DPS whenever you need a Pyro character to clear a floor, right? So, but with Imaginarium Theater, you're going to need obviously a bigger, wider range of characters that are decently built. So Imaginarium Theater is like the. I see what they're trying to do is that Abyss is like the first end game you go to, where you build your team and you build your account and you can clear the Abyss, and then the horizontal spread is for Imaginarium Theater, and then Stygian Onslaught is for the vertical progression of your account, right? Because they want you to start pulling constellations, they want you to start pulling the weapons for your characters that are good. But obviously, people have said it before. I'm not the only one who said this, but the cryo automaton thing is it's too specifically designed for Skirk, which is another obviously not a good spot, right? It's too designed for Skirk, and it's almost I don't know. I don't think you can clear it on Dire without Skirk, right? Unless maybe even C6 Ayaka was having trouble clearing on Dire or something. I don't know. That's what I've heard. But so, anyways, yeah, I mean, Stygian Onslaught is pretty good. So you got to chatter. The rings, though, I haven't seen you for a long time. Yeah, I haven't been around, man. I haven't been around, and like I said earlier in the stream, I'm kind of making the stream as like a recording for, if anyone wants to watch it, it'll be archived on the live section anyway, right? But I guess I'll explain now I talked a little bit about Stygian Onslaught, but I'll explain why I haven't been around. Is because um, I pretty much only play Genshin now for gacha games, and there's multiple reasons why I haven't been making videos. Um, but the main reason is I don't really have a great setup. Um, like my setup for streaming, it's just hard to stream for like long hours, and then making videos is not like a great setup as well. It's just kind of like because I stream from like a comfortable couch chair, and I play on a big screen TV, so it's like I don't know. It feels like too comfortable to like get into things, and I don't like. I feel like I need like a standing desk or something to stream. It's very specific, anyways. But and my apartment's a bit small. But anyways, so like my streaming setup's not great. I also don't have like a second monitor. Um, so and I pretty much quit Xenosaga Zero. Now the reason why I was only playing Genshin and Xenosaga Zero, and I quit Honkai Star Rail. I quit Wuthering Waves, and I quit Xenosaga Zero not because Xenosaga Zero is a bad game, and I want to make that clear because I think Xenosaga Zero is a good game. I think it's good, and obviously they give. You could argue that this has better quality of life and updates and stuff like that than Genshin does. However, I just couldn't keep up with the FOMO stuff, right? Like the FOMO in gacha games got to me basically, and like doing the dailies and trying to complete all the events before the time was up in both games because I was trying to do it in Genshin and in Xenosaga Zero, and also like I don't want to like I like to play Genshin by I like to spend at least buying the Welkin and the Battle Pass, and I wanted to buy the monthly card and the Battle Pass in Xenosaga Zero as well. But I feel like that I was just spending too much money on gacha games, and I'm like, okay, well, it was mostly the FOMO though. And what was annoying me the most was like doing dailies in multiple games, doing weeklies in multiple games, and the weeklies in Xenosaga Zero, you have to do the what's that place? The Hollow Zero. You had to do that every week, right? You had to you have to do weeklies in every game if you want to keep up with your account, right? And I don't like having an account where I'm not like keeping up with things. So I thought, well, if there's one gacha game I'm going to play, it's going to be Genshin because I've been playing it since day one. It's been 5 years, right? So yeah, let me see chatters. We got another chatter. Sonoda always criticizes the two games that you played. Who's Sonoda? Saint Tontas. Okay. Uh, okay, yeah, Saint Tontas. Okay, so he's still doing the same shit. I checked up on him. Like I said, I haven't been following Gotcha drama either. I kind of kept my New Year's resolution. Um, my New Year's resolution was don't get engaged in Gotcha drama anymore, right?
Show me your move.
And I sort of kept to my word, um, because like I just stopped paying attention to it, right? But every once in a while, I would check up on like Saint Tontus's videos and what he was making, and it's almost too predictable, right? Like I did for a while, like back when I think Sekapoko was talking with Saint Tontus. Like I was watching Sekapoko stream, and then all of a sudden, like Saint Tontus is trying to clear the abyss, but he's just so bad he can't fucking do it, right? He's just garbage. So um, I was watching that when that happened. So like and then I would watch like Genshin streamers, and they would be talking about gotcha drama, but like I wouldn't like go out of my way to watch a YouTube video about gotcha drama. And I would try, like it took me a while to like stop doing it because it was a New Year's resolution, so I was like, okay, I got to cut back on it and stop watching it because it was just like um I realized it was just not worth my time anymore watching it because and then making content about it it was like it's kind of like too easy um a target, right? Because and it's too easy a target, meaning that like how to say this, like they're they're not being logical when they make arguments, right? It's just like you're trying to be logical with people who don't care about logic, right? Because whatever arguments they make, it's at the end of the day, it's just opinion, right? And so once I realized that, I sort of just like I made that video saying I'm kind of done with making videos for a while and doing gotcha drama shit because it's just pointless, right? And it was making the games I was playing like not fun, right? So yeah, so I just basically kept with my resolution and but yeah, I watched like Saint Totus. The thing with Saint Totus is he makes a video and you know what he's gonna say, right? It's just gonna be negative about Genshin, right? So there's no point, right? And oh my god, it's him. What's up? Inkels? I don't know how to say your name, man. So um so that's why I haven't been making videos, I haven't been streaming. There's multiple reasons, right? Also it was like summer and I didn't want to like stay inside all day like recording videos and streaming because like I said earlier in the stream when no one was watching, that it's Canada and I live in Canada and the summer is really short, so I don't get a lot of time to like I don't get a lot of free time. Like winter is just like you don't go outside really because it's way too fucking cold. So I just want the summer to myself, I guess. But also I just play Genshin now. So I quit Zenless. But like I said earlier, I quit Zenless because just the gotcha stuff is like too much, right? Like the FOMO. It's the like I'll probably go back to Zenless if they do a collaboration and they add not a collaboration that has to have like in-game characters, and if they do a good collab with like characters that I like I was thinking they're going to eventually add Street Fighter characters or something to Zenless, and if they do, then I'll go back to Zenless for like for a little bit, but I probably won't keep up with Zenless. And if there was one gotcha game I was going to stick with, it's going to be Genshin, right? So yeah, so I just chose Genshin, and I've just been playing Genshin, right? And then I've been thinking like making content on Genshin, but I'm thinking like streaming. I've been thinking getting a better streaming setup so I can stream more, and probably making more content in the winter or something, right? Or come fall and winter because I just stay inside anyways for the winter because it's Canada. But anyways, what was I gonna do? Yeah, so yeah, I made that Not Cry video, and I was like, because editing is like fuck. I didn't honestly. Oh, I was doing something else as well, which I don't really talk about. But there was that card collaboration with Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy that came out. And I'm a longtime Magic the Gathering player, and one of my favorite JRPG franchises is Final Fantasy. So that came out in June. So I was playing that all day. I was playing not all day, but like whenever I was playing a game, I was playing Final Fantasy and Magic the Gathering cards. So that was that too. So I was like, and I was like, I didn't really want to make videos and whatnot. So, um, but yeah, like Nod Cries around the corner. Um, I was having a discussion. I don't think I. Oh well, I mentioned in the Nod Cry video that they they should make more male characters. Um, and you know, I was having a discussion with other people on a Discord I talked to, and some people were like disagreeing with me that Genshin doesn't need more male characters; they don't sell well. Um, and lo and behold, the Japanese player base kind of proved me right by the Twitter posts, the likes on the characters from the teaser, the non-cry teaser. The top three are male characters, right? And so that's Japan, though. The thing is, China doesn't like male characters. I think it's different there. And maybe Korea too. I don't know. Um, but yeah, so that's Japan though. So we'll see how well they sell in Japan. But I think one of the problems with the male characters that have come out already is that they're not really meta, right? The last meta one was Neuvillette, right? So if you just make a male character that's meta, then you make your kit worth pulling for. Then you're gonna be able to sell the character, right? Don't expect good collaboration after Genshin and Honk. Yeah, I heard. Okay, I heard about the Honkai Fate collab and like how it was like really not good, and like it was really like half-assed or something, like the area. But I don't know. I haven't played Honkai Star Rail in what's going on 2 years now, so it's crazy. But yeah, I heard that it wasn't that good, and yeah, Aloy sucks. Aloy's trash. I mean, she's the only character on my account that I just forcibly see. Like every other character's past 90 or past 80. Pretty much every character on my account is built except for Aloy. So I like, she's like my artifact. Like I put pre-built or when I pre-farm for characters. So Skirk was the last one I pre-farmed for. So I just put her on this set, and then yeah. So Zenless Zone Zero, like I said, it's a good game, but I just couldn't keep up with the FOMO. Right? I just can't do it. I don't know. So that's why like my channel's kind of in shambles because it originally started out as like a gotcha channel, and I've just been like, I've taken the black pill on gotcha. I guess I don't know if that's the right term, but I've taken the like gotcha just doesn't do it for me anymore, right? Like I have no interest in Uma Musume. I like Uma Musume looks like a trash game. I'm sorry, but like if anyone here plays Uma Musume or anyone watching this video plays Uma Musume, I was not excited for that game at all. Like I saw, it's like you scroll through menus and you watch anime girls race. Like it's like I can't think of something more boring than that shit. So it's like I'm just not into gotcha, right? Like the thing about gotcha is like Genshin. Yeah, I'm a Genshin gotcha. That's what introduced me. Like I knew about it before Genshin, right? But the only reason I started playing Genshin had nothing to do with because it was a gotcha, right? It was because it was a Breath of the Wild clone or whatever. It was an open world. Well, for me, it was an open world JRPG. That's why I wanted to play it, right? And so it got me into gotcha games. So then it opened the door for gotcha games, and I'm like, okay, well, okay, aim, nice aim there, but it it's just it disillusioned me with the whole genre of gacha because I hate doing dailies. Like I don't like doing dailies. I'll put up with it in Genshin because it's sort of like my collection game, right? And I want to keep up with Genshin because I like Genshin the most out of the gacha games I played, right? But the reason why I bounced off Wuthering Waves is because I didn't ask for a Genshin replacement. I wasn't one of those people that cared about um, replacing Genshin. Like I didn't like. I know a lot of people play Wuthering Waves, so I'm looking for these guys. I'll tell you why after. But I want the fowl from these birds. So like a lot of people play Wuthering Waves because they're like, we want something different from Genshin because Genshin's disappointing us, right? Genshin's like a disappointment, so we want to quit Genshin. We want a different game. That's what they're all hoping for. So Wuthering Waves came along, and a lot of people ditched Genshin to play Wuthering Waves. But I wasn't one of those people. I didn't want a Genshin replacement. I was fine with Genshin. Like I understand, like the rewards were shit, right? But I always paid. Like I bought Welkin and Battle Pass from Genshin since the beginning, right? So I was a paid player. So like shitty rewards was like not that big of a deal for me because I was able to get a lot of the characters anyway because I spent money on the game. So and like I don't know. I mean, I feel like Genshin just like well nowadays video games in general just kind of like they subsist on what's it called? Like they subsist on social media clout, right? Like there's that game that came out recently, Claire Obscure 33, and I'm sure it's a good game. I'm sure it's a good game, but that game really picked off because of social media influence, right? And that's the only that's I'm guaranteed that's the reason why Claire Obscure got so much like word of mouth is because it got social media. uh, Like people were just talking about it nonstop, and I'm sure it's a good game for what it is. But that's how games nowadays subsist on, right? Like that's what they subsist on. So Genshin, what happened to Genshin over the years was that um, it like it fuck I can't aim anyways, but it just was getting negative reception through social media, right? So people were trash talking the game, right? There was the Natlin controversy with NA. NA didn't like Natlin because it's white characters or whatever, and then there's all the I could go over it. The whole thing with Genshin over the years got bad reception on social media, right? So let me read the chat here. Genshin isn't a bad game. I just think Hoyo is very incompetent. Yeah, yeah. I want to talk about Hoyoverse in a second because a lot of people think like the whole narrative of like Hoyo shills is so it just I don't know, man. It just I don't think it's a thing because I'll tell you right now, I don't like Dawe. I don't like Dawe, and I don't like Hoyoverse. And the reason why is because if I was a Hoyo shill, then I'd be playing every Hoyo game. I'd be like saying HSR is the best thing since like sliced bread or whatever. It's all that in a bag of chips, but like I don't care about HSR at all. I don't care about Honkai actually. So and then Xenophone Zero, like I said, it's a decent game. Um, I would still be playing it if I could handle the doing dailies and shit all the time. But I just wanted to do dailies and weeklies and keep up with FOMO events in one game. So that's why I stuck with Genshin, right? And honestly, Xenos is like I don't know. I wasn't another thing about Xenos. I wasn't like the story wasn't captivating. It wasn't. It has the persona problem for me, which is like it's too grounded most of the time. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but um, I'm fucking nitpick or Just doing bullshit. I'm trying to farm foul for fucking. I need it for something. But anyways, so yeah, so Dawe. I think what's happening to Genshin is the Dawe effect on HSR, and like a lot of the characters now, you see the power creep coming in, like HSR. It's not as bad, but it's slowly getting there, right? And the whole Stygian onslaught thing, I think, whatever that guy's name, Sai How You or whatever his name was, he left, right? So then Dawe took over. And I really think Dawe's pushing the gacha more, right? He's pushing the next character's got to be better than the previous character, right? You got to keep putting the power creep in place so that the people buy the next character, right? And I think that's Dawe. I think that's his influence because that's what's happening in HSR, and that he's like, that's I don't know. That's speculation, obviously, but Hoyo in general, I don't care about Hoyo in general. So, like the whole like Hoyo shill narrative just falls apart in my opinion, because I've had criticisms about Hoyo games for like a long time. Like I don't know, I just yeah. Anyways, I'll re-chat in a second. I don't know why I'm fighting these guys honestly. Also, Dahlia. The only reason I'm playing Dahlia right now, I shit on him. I don't like him as a character. It's because I level fucking friendship, and this is just my friendship team, so just like going around with it. But I was doing domains and shit before with it. But yeah, like, and it's just perpetuated by like, I don't know. I don't really get the whole fucking Kurobot Hoyo shill war. I mean, I get it, but it's like I don't understand why people entertain it. I think it's fucking stupid, in my opinion. But you know, and that's really the reason why I don't want to make content about gacha drama anymore. Is because it's literally just a waste of time. Like you're talking with retards, basically. It's like, you know, I may get canceled for this, but like they're literally stupid people. Like there's no reason. I think I was watching some streamer. They said basically, all these like gotcha game devs in the back, they all like meet up with each other and they're all friends. And then, but the player base is like at each other's throats. Like, oh, you're a Hoyo shill, you're a Kurobot. You know, you play this game, you spend this much money. But meanwhile, the gotcha game devs are like in the back. And they're like all laughing with each other, and they're like, "Yeah, I mean, you know, I got a new sports car or some shit, right?" Because they're all multi-millionaires. Anyways, oh, it's Nicholas Light. Yeah, I was watching. He like came up on the scene, Nicholas Light, and then he's like, he plays Wuthering Waves. Like, I'm never gonna play Genshin again, right? And it's like, okay, well, here's another one. It's like, who are you and why do I care? I don't know. So, to be honest, the main gacha games I play are PGR, Zenless Zero, Genshin, Uwa. Yeah, like, that's fine, right? Like, that's 2 Kuro games, 2 Hoyo games. For me, like I said, the reason why I only play Genshin now is because of just the FOMO shit, right? The weeklies, dailies, and the events. I wanted, if I play a game like a live service game, I want to be able to get everything out of it. So I want to do all the events and make sure I don't miss anything, right? And it's hard for me to like play like a gacha game and not do everything in the game, right? Because in Genshin, this call me, you know, I may be crazy for this, but in Genshin, I've been playing for what, 5 years now, and I have not missed a single event in Genshin Impact. I've gotten every single reward from every single event in Genshin since the game first started, right? So, like, when I was playing Zenless Zone Zero, I was trying to do that as well. Like, I didn't miss an event, right? And I didn't miss a weekly or something like that because I wanted my account to be, up to date. And I realized slowly that I just can't do that. Like, it's not for me because it's just too much, right? Like, I'm thinking about logging in all the time, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do this. I want to do something else, right? So I want to play other games. I want to like go outside sometimes. Like, I don't know. So yeah, that's the main reason why I quit Zenless, and I quit um, thinking about playing other gacha games. I also tried to get into NTE beta, but I couldn't get in. I was just gonna play NTE for like the I was just curious about the game. Um, but if I do play NTE now, I'm gonna try and like play it as like a just every once in a while type game, and I'm gonna focus on the gameplay first. Like not even thinking about what's it called, like worrying about the gotcha or worrying about getting pulls or whatnot. I'm gonna see how the game holds up, just being a game itself, and yeah, I mean that goes back to why like I haven't really been streaming that much is because, or streaming or making videos because I just play Genshin now, right? So, and I've really been thinking like, okay, well, I just make Genshin content, um, but I don't know, because this channel, like, I started it based on Gotcha, right? And it's like I just turned it into a Genshin channel, which is fine, I guess. Um, and then the UGC thing, um, it's been leaked, right? So it's called 1,000 stars, Genshin 1,000 stars, and I've been thinking like, okay, because that's probably the thing I would be interested in the most in making content about is like making custom maps or whatever the mode's going to be, and then posting the custom map, right? And like or like streaming making maps or something, right? That would be cool. And yeah, just like getting away from like the negativity, honestly, because that was one of the main reasons why it was so easy to make like videos about gotcha drama, and then like I was getting sucked into the negativity of the whole space, right? Just um, the Saint Tontus, the Tectone bullshit, the fucking gotcha drama shit. Like I was just getting sucked into the negativity, right? And I was like thinking, man, that's kind of what I was making content about. So it's like, okay, well, um, I gotta like rethink things and like, I think the non-cry video was pretty good. Like, um, I kind of, I actually thought people were not going to be excited about non-cry, but it turns out people didn't like that one as much as I thought. Right? I knew there was a big, especially in North America, right, or maybe global, didn't like that one, but I like Natlin. I thought Natlin's one of my favorite places. Genshin, actually, I liked it better than Fontaine. Is your smile weapon on skirt? You talking about the Dire? That's why they hate Chaska? Wait, talking about Chaska, what do you mean with Chaska? Um, on Skirk, I don't have. I'm not using the Dire weapon. Um, yeah, on Skirk, I have her R1. So that was another reason why I could complete Dire, was because I have her R1. And I kind of crafted. I kind of got lucky with this goblet. I crafted this. Was it 42 CV cryo goblet? The other substats suck, but 42 CV on a cryo on set's pretty good. And then I use like one of my best flowers for crit damage. And then Yeah, C0. Yeah, this team cleared Dire. It's all C0. But it's the team you need, right? Like, it's the team, like, you need these specific characters, right? And they're all 5 stars. So I can see why Dire, the automaton's kind of bullshit because, they're all 5 stars. And then I use Favonius, but I use the Dire weapons uh, on these. But I think Skirk looks better with her original weapon, not the Dire sword. So, but yeah, what was I gonna say? Um, oh yeah, Nod Cry. Yeah, people are hyped about Nod Cry, right? Like they're actually, you know, I mean, the teaser was decent, right? Like I, okay, Varka. Here's the thing, Varka. I'm okay with how he turned out looking because he looks better than Aventurine. Okay, like his face looks better, but I would still have preferred if Varka had like facial hair, right? But I know that's not a thing. Like in Asia, people just don't like facial hair. Like people just don't like it, right? So whatever, honestly. But Varka's fine. Flynn's is okay. Like I'm not really into edgy boys. Well, that's not true. I mean, I kind of like um, D-Luke. He's kind of edgy. But yeah, the Japanese player base, right? They made some male characters, right? Durin is probably going to be a good character, um, and uh, and then they've got big characters, right? Like Columbina, Alice, finally. Um, Now, there is a thing about Alice that even the Genshin scientists talked about it. The Genshin scientists talked about it. Actually, let me pull this up. I had this. Let's see. This. Okay. The who are you pulling for thing. Hold on. I haven't. I have a dry throat now, but I had to drink some water. Okay. So. Okay. So who am I pulling for? This is what I put together. I think we're gonna get Aino for free, right? So obviously, I'm not gonna pull for Aino. And then the first two characters are Lauma and Flynn's, right? Now, I'm actually kind of don't want to pull for Flynn's because I have too many Electro characters. I pulled for Verisa. I pulled for. I mean, I have Clorand. I think Flynn's is going to be a lot better, probably, than. I mean, he's probably going to be better than Clorand, obviously. But he's probably going to be Electro Charge, right? So you're going to need an Effa, right? Now, I kind of want an Effa because she's probably going to be the Emily of Nodcry. She's going to be the Emily, right? She's the last character released on the patch, and she works with Lunar Charge. There's probably going to be Columbine is predicted to be Hydro, so I think Anefa is going to be better than. She's going to get a lot better in Nodcry because the artifact set. Obviously, there's going to be more characters that work with her. So I think I'm going to get Anefa. And I kind of want Lauma. So I said maybe on Lauma and Flynn's, right? And then they're going to give us Aino for free. So I'm going to wait to pull Anefa, though, and to wait for the leaks. I think everyone should do this. If you want Anefa, or you should probably still wait for the leaks. Or like you're on the fence about Anefa, just wait. Wait for the leaks. Wait to see who she's good with. Wait to see the artifact set. But I'm predicting the artifact set's probably going to be busted. Like Codex is pretty good, right? So the non-cry set's going to boost like lunar damage by a lot, right? And and then go for who you want, Llama or Flynn's. Nicole, I want Nicole. The only reason I want Nicole is like lore purposes, right? Well, let me read chat here. Non-cry has almost all the pre-hype and tease characters there, like Vorka and Alice. That's why people are excited. Yeah, Non-cry has a lot of characters that are been building up for years, right? We have 3 characters. Actually, you could say 4 plus Durin, like 5 characters, right? There's Durin. We've seen his story since Simulanka, right? There's Nicole. Like she's been talking to us. We've been hearing her voice since Enda Sumeru, and then there's Sandrone, another Harbinger, Columbina. Like a lot of people are hyped for Columbina. Varka has been for years. We've heard about Varka. Alice, we've been talking to for like years. So yeah, Not Cry, they are like going full force, right? So that's why everyone's excited about Not Cry, right? But I was excited about Not Cry before they revealed the characters because I think what they're doing with like actually like putting the brakes on and not making Snezhnaya like this rushed place or like rushed for the lore or whatever. So I think it's a good idea. So yeah, Nicole I want for like lore purposes. Nefer and Llama, I need better like Dendro characters. And I feel like Dendro is gonna get a boost because I don't have Nilou. And Nilou, I feel like Llama might work with Nilou really well, right? I mean, we can only assume that she's gonna be like Lunar Bloom, but we'll know like in a couple days, I guess, because of leaks, right? And then Nefer's probably Dendro. I think she's related to a Pep somehow. I mean, that's the theory going around. She really does look Sumerian. Obviously, Nefertiti. She's obviously Sumerian. Durin, I want because of lore purposes, but I think he's going to be meta. I think he's going to be pretty good, right? He's probably going to be Pyro, right? Because that's what the vision looks like on his back. Sandrone, maybe, because I don't think she's going to be playable, actually. Either she's not going to be playable in Not Cry or not going to be playable at all. So we'll see. But I would like her to be playable, but my prediction is she's not going to be playable. I don't think Sandrone is because they just don't like, and unless they change, like they don't like making big mech characters or big characters. Like they're not going to create a new, they're not going to make a new model just for her to be playable, right? So if she is playable, she's just going to be a medium-sized character that summons her mech and it's an ability. Like you can't actually get on her mech and ride it, which is going to be a bit lame. And if that's the case, then I kind of don't want her. It depends on how good her kit is, though, right? I don't know. Columbina is probably going to be too busted. Like, I'll be honest, Capitano's still my favorite Harbinger, but Columbina is probably going to be busted, so I'm going to pull for her anyway. She's kind of cool. She's not my favorite Harbinger, but she's cool, I guess. My number one character in Non-Cry is Varka right now. If you know Street Fighter, he looks like Ken Masters from Street Fighter. Like he's got like these big dark eyebrows and blonde hair. It looks like Ken Masters from Street Fighter. So Varka's like my number one pick going in all of Not Cry. I want Varka the most. And then Alice is my number 2. Because like I've been playing the game since day one and it's fucking Alice, okay? So yeah. And Jehoda, her hat has a plus and minus symbol on it. And I could be coping here, okay? But Jehoda, I think she's going to be a superconduct like Chevreuse character. That's my cope. She could be like vaporized, lunar vape, I don't know. But her hat's like a magnet, right? Her hat's like a magnet. And superconduct with magnets and stuff, I could be coping, but if she's like a superconduct like Chevreuse type character, then I kind of want her. But I think she's gonna be a 4-star anyway. So I think Jehoda and Ino are 4 stars. Obviously, I haven't been keeping up with all the leaks, so I don't know exactly. But yeah. So, anyways, Varka's like my number one. Alice, um, is my number two, and then like Columbine and Durin. Columbine, I'm gonna get because like she's probably the must pull of the region, and then yeah, and so like Notcry's cool. Like I like it. Um, I am I'm more interested in like now that we've seen the characters. Like I know who I'm gonna pull for. I know who I want. Really, I'm more interested in like the lore and the region and how the story's gonna play out. I heard they're gonna buff like or they're gonna improve like the cutscenes and whatnot. So we'll see about that. Um, and those Ruwa guys who use Ruwa as a crutch to bash Genshin is some of the most asinine shit I've seen since the whole Team Fortress 2 versus Overwatch garbage. Yeah, but the thing with Wuthering Waves is um, Wuthering Waves. I don't know. I just think okay. First of all, look, I'm gonna be honest. The whole um, how to say this. The whole like gotcha fighting shit is it's worse than console wars. I feel like, and a lot of the people who play gotcha games are young kids, right? So maybe they weren't even around for like console wars, right? Like PlayStation players used to fight with Xbox players, right? And but it used to be really bad. It used to be really stupid. So like, but it was all just like which company, which corporation do you like the most? But both corporations suck. Like Hoyoverse sucks. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Dawei sucks. I don't like Dawei, right? I don't like Curl games either. But like Hoyoverse makes bad decisions. Like they make decisions that are bad for their players, right? But then what happened? I wasn't around. What about Wuthering Waves Anniversary? Remember how much drama that got, right? So what's the difference? Like people were pissed off about Wuthering Waves Anniversary. So what was that about, right? Also, where's this resort going to be? Is it going to be like it's going to be over here, right, or something? I mean, we'll know tomorrow night. Um, but yeah, like I don't know, man. And I'm not keeping up with Wuthering Waves anymore, right? I'm not keeping up with it, honestly. Like it just was such a big part of my channel because I played the game, right? And my highest viewed video is I'm quitting Wuthering Waves, and it rage baited a lot of people, right? Because they wanted to tune in and they heard that I like Genshin more, and and they couldn't fathom it, right? And another thing with what's it called, the combat stuff is like I feel like, and this is me personally, but that's what it is. It's all comes down to personal preference, right? And that's why these kind of videos and like this gotcha drama is fucking stupid. Is because yes, Wuthering Waves probably has more difficult boss fights and harder combat in Genshin, but I don't I don't find it fun to play. I didn't find it fun to play, and that's the whole point. You're supposed to have fun while playing a game, right? So if I don't find it fun, why the fuck am I going to play Wuthering Waves, right? Yeah, it's a harder game technically. It probably has harder bosses now, but I don't care. Like I just find it boring. That the intro outro stuff and the skills and like all that. It was just boring. Like dodging, parrying. Um, it's not new. It's been done in games before, right? I prefer like building teams in Genshin, optimizing my rotation, um, and optimizing my builds, and then like Stygian Onslaught fighting the Lava Dragon because that's the fight I had them optimized the most. It took me like 4 days to get that down, but figuring that out, I realized while I was playing Genshin that the game is a lot like Genshin's combat's a lot like an MMO. And I know a lot of people probably haven't played MMOs. Like a lot of you guys are young or something, or people who play gacha games are young. But it's a lot like an MMO because you have to do rotations, you have to get your build right, and you can time. Once you do a fight long enough, you can see where you're screwing up in the minute changes you need to get right and stuff like that. So I think that's why I prefer Genshin's combat system more. I just find it more fun, right? It doesn't mean it's more difficult, but if you find difficult to be fun, sure, go ahead. Play, you know, Elden Ring, play Dark Souls. You could say Wuthering Waves. I didn't honestly. The hardest fight. I didn't even think Wuthering Waves was that difficult either because, like, I didn't play. I quit just before Renacida or whatever, so I don't know. But the hardest fight in Wuthering Waves at the time when I played it was what's it called? The Tempest Memphis guy, right? And I'm like, okay, well, if this is the hardest fight, I mean, it's not that hard. And like the difficulty in the Tempest Memphis fight was you couldn't get hit twice or you die, right? You could survive one hit, but you just couldn't get hit twice. So, I mean, that was it. That's all the difficulty. And like his moves are kind of erratic. So it was like, I didn't find it that interesting, right? So that's my whole thing with Wuthering Waves was that the combat wasn't like good enough for me to want to play because the rest of the game I didn't like, right? And I didn't like the story. I didn't like the character designs. I don't like and this may be bad for I'm gonna admit it, but I am not into like anime for the sake of it being anime. Like if it's anime and it's bad, I don't care about it, right? Like I'm not just gonna like a game or a show because it's anime. Like that's not my requirement. So I am kind of like a normie, and that's another thing I realized is that while I was what did I watch? Like while I was taking a break from making videos and stuff, and like not playing Zenless Zero, and just doing other shit. I watched was Andor, Star Wars, the new Andor show. A lot of people who watch that show, who are Star Wars fans, they don't like it because it's too mature of a show. But I needed something like that, right? I need like mature show sometimes, or like something that it's not like bullshit anime storyline, okay? And that's what I don't like about anime sometimes is that I mean, that's why I don't like HSR, is because the story in Penacony was bullshit, in my opinion. Like, it turned me off the game entirely. Like, I don't like when they do convoluted crap, right? And that's what I was afraid of with Genshin. But now that Genshin's doing Nod Cry, I feel like that with Nod Cry, the devs or the story writers realize, oh, our lore is getting a bit too convoluted. We need to present it in a more digestible way so that the audience isn't confused, right? Because people like me, like I know a lot of the lore in Genshin, right? But even I'm finding it to be too convoluted sometimes, right? So, so when like the average Genshin player, they probably don't know what the fuck's going on. Or like you talk about the like ancient dragon civilization, they haven't even done that quest, right? They don't know, they don't care. So, all right, let me read chat for a second. I always thought the console wars was stupid. I played MMOs. The ones I played the most is Fantasy Star and Final Fantasy. Yeah, yeah, but like Genshin's combat, like when you really get into it, it's more like an MMO combat than it is like action combat. If you really um, figure it out, like, and you get into and that's what Stygian Onslaught like made me realize. I still remember some content creators called as Jeff, of all people, a Hoyo shill. He is known to be a lot critical. Yeah, I mean he didn't. So Jeff didn't even like the non cry teaser. He thought it's like he's not hyped at all for the non cry stuff, right? And people, I think people shit on him for that or whatever. I don't care. But so Jeff doesn't play for the story, right? He just plays because um, it's the fucking gameplay and the meta, and that's what. Like I told her, I said in the non cry video, I said people play Genshin. There's some people that just play and they skip the story, right? And I think a lot of the other side of that player base, like the people who play Genshin mostly for the story, right? They can't accept that the other side exists, right? Which is such. I don't know why people are like this nowadays when they analyze video game. Like they just don't like fan bases or whatever. Like you have to realize that a game is popular for more than one reason, usually, right? So some people play Genshin because they like the character designs, right? I mean, that's why Fob plays most of his gotcha games, right? That's literally, you ask Fob, his number one priority. Oh, and I got Fob banned me, by the way. He banned me from his chat, but I'll talk about that later. So Fob Master, he'll play gotcha games, and um, his number one priority is I like the character designs, right? Which for me, it's like how I don't know how that could be your number one priority because it's like why do I need to pull a character for I like their design? I could just like save a picture of them on my computer or something, right? Like I don't know. It's just, but that's why Fob pulls characters, right? Like that's his number one priority. And so he does this in all these gotcha games that he plays, right? But there's some people that play the game like that, right? Oh, I like these characters, so I'm going to play this game. And that's the main reason why they play, right? Or there's some people that play for the story. Like most of the people, Murder Birds, Arnold, right? I'd say, I mean, he plays mostly for the story, right? He doesn't really do combat stuff, right? So I'm going to say a lot of the people that watch him are there for the lore, right? And the story of Genshin, right? So, but then you have to look at like there's Zajef, right? Zajef and Soluna, right? Like those guys, they skip the story, right? I think Zajef still plays, but he doesn't care about the story that much, right? So he mostly plays for the end game or quote unquote character meta, right? And Abyss or whatever. Even though there's not that much in Genshin, but that's a different topic. But so like, but and then there's people. But I am a player. See, that's the thing. Like, there's people like me, but all play for multiple different reasons, right? I play Genshin because I like open world JRPGs. I like, um, I mean, I like the anime design of Genshin, like the colorful world design, right? Um, I like the story, like the lore, like it has like the fantasy setting, right? It's kind of like Final Fantasy a lot, actually, if you think about it, because it blends like mythological tropes with machinery and stuff like that. That's kind of Final Fantasy. I mean, they even said it in the Notcry teaser. They actually, because the funny thing is, they mentioned Final Fantasy twice out of any other game. So, and that's the devs themselves that said that in the Notcry preview video, not the teaser, but the one they were talking about Notcry and their goals for Notcry. But anyways, like I was saying, I'll play Genshin for multiple reasons, right? Oh fuck, I just filled out a pit. But I'll play because I like the end game. I like the combat. I like the story. So that's why I chose Genshin over the rest of these games, is because I play it and I like it for multiple different reasons, right? So Genshin's pretty much the game for me, right? And I knew that I've known that since year one of the game, right? I've known that for a long time now. So when I got into gotcha games, I thought, well, oh, so these other gotcha games are going to be cool adventures like Genshin, and they didn't turn out to be cool adventures for me, anyways. Like I, I'm not excited. Um, like honestly, for Zenless Zone Zero, when I saw the new Zone trailer, like it was just like a different part of the city that opened up, and it was it was Chinatown. It's cool, but it's like it wasn't that exciting for me, right? So Zenless Zone Zero 2.0 did not hype me that much, right? And when I realized that, and like Wuthering Waves and going into playing that, it kind of made me realize, well, oh, and then quitting Honkai Star Rail, it's like, okay, well, this is not the games I was expecting them to be, right? They're not, for me, they're not as good as Genshin, right? They're not, I don't get that excitement, right? Like I may enjoy, I don't know, there's still characters from Honkai Star Rail that I like, but I just like the characters. I don't like the combat in Honkai Star Rail. The story was not good enough for me in Honkai Star Rail. But like I still like Kafka. As a character design. Who else? Like even Rappa. I didn't even. I quit before Rappa even played. I know Rappa. I heard Rappa's story sucks or whatever, but like Rappa as a character design, I just like how she looks or whatever. I know a lot of people probably don't. I mean, I like Chaska, right? But a lot of people do not like Chaska. But that's just personal preference, right? So, anyways, that's why I'm like, I don't know about making videos. I think I'm just gonna stick to Genshin, honestly, and just make the channel focused on Genshin and create Genshin content if I'm going to keep up making videos or making content. Because and when it comes to YouTube videos, I prefer doing those longer videos like the Nod Cry video I did, like really focusing in on a subject and making like a 20-minute, 25-minute video or something, right? And talking about it every once in a while instead of like making and then doing those kind of videos, but then for like the regular content, like streaming on the side, right? Or something. But I don't know. I don't know. Because like I said, my streaming setup is like not great. And I don't know. I'll think about it. But I like I said, I wanted to make this. I just wanted to stream now because Nod Cry's kind of hype, and I'm excited for the content coming up in 5.8. I wanted to make a record that I just show video evidence that I cleared Dire on Stygian Onslaught. So that's another reason. And then talk about Stygian, and then just explain why I haven't really been around, I guess. But I do still think about making videos sometimes, just not the summer, really. The summer, like I said, I get a short summer in Canada, and I just don't want to like waste the summer staying inside and making videos all the time. So, yeah. So I'll probably make more content once I get a better streaming setup. And then when the UGC stuff comes out, and that was another reason why I stuck with Genshin, because I knew the 1,000 stars stuff, that the UGC mode is coming out, right? So I can make content about that. And probably like that would be like the thing I'd stream, right? Like make like levels or something in the UGC mode or whatever. But yeah. So let me read chat here for a second. Genshin should be fully voiced, like the world quest and side quests, for people to understand. It's because not all people are going to read. Yeah, but oh yeah, the voice actor thing is kind of it's kind of rough too, right? Because that was a. I think there's still some voice actors are not coming back, right? I think D-Luke said he's not coming back. I don't know about Dane Slaif's EN voice actor, but the EN side of things, and a lot of people in global play in English because English is like a international language, right? So if they don't understand, or if they just don't want to play in sub and they can understand English, then they'll probably play in English, I guess. But but yeah, the voice actor thing was like Paimon got changed. There was a whole bunch of shit, right? Again, I know a lot of people are happy about that. I don't really care. I guess you could say like Paimon. Uh, Paimon didn't bother me, and I kind of separate voice actors from the character. I know a lot of people don't do that nowadays because social media is such a big influence. Um, yeah, Karina was a bitch, but I don't really care. And as long as she, the new Paimon, I'll say this about the new Paimon in English. Um, they are, I know a lot of people are going to not like me for this take. They are not as good of a voice actor as Karina was with portraying certain phrases and how to capture a moment. However, their voice is more tolerable. The new Paimon's voice is a lot less is a lot less screechy. And it's more tolerable for people to listen to. So that's why people like new Paimon more. But new Kaching is terrible. I don't care. The old Kaching, I know a lot of people don't like her for what she did on fucking social media again. But New Kaching fucking sucks, okay? New Kaching's voice actor is garbage. And she's probably one of the worst voice actors for this character I've ever heard. Like, the contrast is just terrible. Okay? Like, it just does not suit the character at all. It sounds like an old lady. The new Kaching sounds like an old lady. I don't know why. But, no disrespect to the new voice actor, but you were just miscast. You could have done a different character, for sure. So, I think the new Kaching was a rush job. Old Kaching was way better. Um, but yeah, I mean, Kaching's kind of not relevant anymore, anyways. So I don't think anyone cares. But like, for Lantern Right, you're gonna hear Kaching probably. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, there's not, I'm trying to think what else I wanted to talk about. Um, hmm. Um, I talked about Stygian. I talked about uh, where I'm not really playing any gotcha games right now. I've been thinking about diversifying content, but then YouTube and the algorithm will probably screw me over. I wanted to do a playthrough of Final Fantasy 12, and just keep it to like a side, like streaming playthrough of Final Fantasy 12 because, like I said, sometimes I need like storylines that aren't like. I mean, Final Fantasy 12 story is not really anime bullshit. It's still a JRPG, but depends which Final Fantasy game it is. If it's Final Fantasy 13, it's probably anime bullshit. But I was thinking about doing that on this channel. Um, but but yeah, like I'm just that's basically one of the reasons why I haven't been making content is because in the future, if I'm going to make content, I think I'm just going to focus on Genshin and uh, yeah, or you know, maybe stream another game. Like yeah, like I said, like Final Fantasy 12 or some other new game that comes out. Um, I want to get Death Stranding 2, but I'm probably gonna do that in the winter sometime when there's nothing else to do. I'll play Death Stranding 2. I don't think I can stream it though. Um, fuck? What's this guy doing? The guards aren't doing the job, man. The shit right here. But yeah, and I just basically made this to, as like a little archive, basically explaining where I've been, why I haven't been making content, and what kind of content I'll make in the future if I do make some. So, yeah, I mean, the patch is tomorrow night, so I don't know. I might stream again. Might stream some of the new patch. Don't know. I'll have to think about the stuff I'm gonna do with what I'm gonna do with this channel. But like I said, I prefer making like long form videos and whatnot. So probably like pick a topic and then make a long form video on YouTube and just like take my time with it. Like the non-cry video, basically. Like that's probably the content I like doing instead. And yeah, and try and like move away from gotcha drama. I actually might make a video about gotcha drama, saying why it's pointless and discussing why people shouldn't get involved with gotcha drama, because in the end it's pointless. And I kind of feel like some people are kind of stuck in it still. But ever since Tectone kind of left, right? Have you guys noticed that Tectone left the gotcha drama sphere, and the scene itself is kind of like dying down, right? It's kind of crazy how he had such a big influence. Because I looked at Tectone's channel, and Tectone, he's just making regular real life drama now, right? He's talking about real life drama or internet drama or whatever, like Hassan and fucking Ludwig and whatever shit's going on in YouTube or shit, something like that, right? So, and you know why he's gone, and I know he's gone for sure, is because he's getting way more fucking views now that he's doing real life drama and than he was doing gotcha drama. So Tectone is not coming back to gotcha drama. There's no way, because he's getting way more views. So doing this other shit. So Tectone's finally gone, which is great because it was pointless anyway having him around. He didn't actually help anything. He didn't help the gotcha scene at all, I don't think. Like, I just really don't think he did. And, and then who's left? It's just Saint Tontas. But Saint Tontas is just such a fucking clown. There's no way that anyone takes him seriously when he talks about gotcha drama. Like, I was watching his one video about, I was just morbidly curious, where he's shitting on Nod Cry, the Nod Cry teaser, and he's calling Columbina a Shorekeeper copy. Like, how stupid do you have to fucking be? Like, Columbina existed before Shorekeeper was even a concept. Like Wuthering Waves didn't even exist when Columbina was revealed in the Winter Nights Lazo trailer, like years ago. This is before Wuthering Waves even fucking existed. And for some reason, he's saying that Columbina is a Shorekeeper copy. So Saint Tontas is like the only guy left in the gotcha sphere. And people know he's a clown. Like, it's a clown. Because I was watching, in the comments of that video, people were talking about the Columbina thing. He's like, how, that's just a stupid take. But if you realize, Saint Tontas has like the most bullshit garbage takes you could ever listen to. Like, every once in a while, he'll say something right. Like, but that's how you know these guys are bullshit snake oil salesmen, is because every once in a while they'll say something correct, but then they slip in a little lie, right? Or they slip in a little bullshit. And that's how you know. It's like, 2 + 2 is 4, guys. Yeah, but 5 + 3 is 10, right? Like, they're gonna lie to your face every once in a while to boost their own like drama views or whatever, to get people riled up. And then they'll say something correct. And that's how you know they're bullshit. So anyways, I might make a video. I was thinking about making a video on but Flip already made one. Like, if you watch Flip, there was a video he released like a month or two ago saying that gotcha drama is nonsense, right? And I already watched the Flip video. But yeah, if you watch the Flip video, he already made a video saying why gotcha drama is fucking pointless and it's a waste of time, right? So, anyways, that's about it. It's kind of a short stream right now because honestly, I have nothing else to do in Genshin. I've pretty much completed the entire, like all the content in Genshin. I just have like local legends to finish up, but I'm gonna do that just before Nod Cry and get everything, like all these achievements cleared up, and then finish everything. So, but yeah, I don't have anything to do in Genshin right now because I did pretty much everything. Like all the content's cleared out, and I just wanted to make a like short stream today. So, if anyone's watching this, I know you guys are here. 8 viewers. Thanks, guys, for watching. Yeah, into League of Legends. People nowadays in the internet love drama too much. Yeah, I know. That's one of the reasons why I've been sort of like getting out of YouTube too. Like, I don't watch YouTube that much anymore because there's just so much drama on YouTube and like Twitter, and it's like the internet is just fucking drama central. Um, you have never heard of Glaive and Flip? Yeah, I heard of Flip. I haven't heard of Glaive. Maybe I have, but Flip made a video. Yeah, he made that video on gotcha drama, and he was calling it out. And yeah, yeah. Sometimes I watch Flip. I don't watch him all the time, but yeah, guys. That's about it. Short stream today. Um, is sort of like a record proving that proving I cleared Dire, and Dire's fun. Stygian Onslaught's fun. Has some problems. I've heard, I've said the same thing. A lot of people, a lot of content creators are saying right now. It's a bit overtuned for free to play, and it's kind of shilling new characters too much, which I think Genshin is going in that direction now, which is unfortunate because it's turning into Honkai Star Rail a little bit with the character shilling and the power creep a little bit. So I hope it doesn't. But I think it's just going to be this way because I think it's Dawei. I think it's the Dawei influence, and that's my speculation, though. But yeah, Stygian's fun. It was fun clearing Dire. I think they're going to eventually make the Dire rewards permanent. They might one day do that. I don't know. We'll see. Will they be the same weapons next patch? I don't know. I think they might be, right? I haven't seen leaks or anything. And yeah, and then just making a stream before the patch too tomorrow. Tomorrow night's the patch, so bunch of shit, bunch of content's gonna be coming up. So thanks, guys, for watching, and hope you're doing all right. Hope you're having a good summer. Obviously, if you're in the northern hemisphere, and winter if you're in the south. But yeah, so take it easy, guys. I think I'm gonna stop streaming here, and yeah, I think I've covered pretty much everything. I only play Genshin now, so and Zenless, I bench Zenless, but like I said, I didn't bench Zenless because it was a bad game. I think Zenless is still a good game. It's just I just focus on Genshin now only, really. And if I want to, it just gives me so much more free time to do other things and not have to like focus on doing like a gotcha rotation cycle. It's not my thing, right? Which is like not good for this channel, but I'll think about what I'm going to do. I'll probably just stick to Genshin content and think about making Genshin content and focus on that. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I think I'm going to end stream here. And yeah, take it easy. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Maybe I'll make a video. I don't know. I do want to get a better streaming setup. Maybe I'll stream more. And like, if I do stream more, I'll probably like stream like Stygian Onslaught runs or Abyss runs, or like if probably like react to some new trailers or shit that's coming out. Who knows? Maybe live streams or something. I'll think about it. Just focusing on Genshin mostly. So, but yeah, take it easy, guys. I'll see you in the next time I see you. I don't know when it could be, but thanks for watching, man. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's see. I gotta turn off the stream. All right. Take it easy, guys. Peace.